We're excellent.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, but I disagree.
You disagree about the marriage?
Look.
How can a married man
No.
disagree about marriage?
No. All I'm saying is this. I think that it's good.
Yeah, let's find out.
Let's find out.
Okay, what you gotta say, man?
All I can say is this. Remember, I said this even before marriage. I said we couldn't figure out, at least I couldn't figure out, what the main advantage was to actually getting married to a man. Other than maybe taxes, but taxes may not necessarily be the advantage either. Right?
Yeah, true.
So everything always had to do with financial. But the only people, wait. It always seemed like it's financial now. It just seemed like it's financial. Isn't that right? Isn't that right?
It's not just financial.
It's not just, okay, maybe it's not just financial, but it seemed like it's financial to the guy. It just seems that way because as soon as he don't work anymore.
I know with me, I don't.
Wait a minute now, no.
I think it's finances. I also think it's something way more than that. But I'm letting you go.
But let's say for example, the guy thinks that's the way the guy looks at it. Now a woman may look at marriage as something else. I don't know, but to us it just seems like a financial agreement that you're making with her in the state.
Wow.
That's what it does, right?
I mean,
because
it does.
98% of the time, tell the truth, if a marriage ends and dissolves, who's gonna wind up on the winning side as far as the judicial system?
Depends on the situation.
That's true, but in most cases, what would you say?
In most cases, you usually have kids involved in it.
You say the guy winds up winning most of the time, or the woman?
I guess the woman.
And that's where we kind of see it too. And so I'm like, okay.
But are you marrying to get divorced?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
I'm just saying.
But that's the deeper question. It is. Are you marrying for the preparation of being divorced? What they say? Remember, we talked about it on another Wrong Brothers show. We talked about it once before. Listen to this. They said that couples. Listen to this. No, listen to this. They said that I may be getting this wrong on the study. Couples that cohabitate, they say, are more apt to divorce if they actually go through the process of getting married. And they say that most couples who cohabitate subconsciously are cohabitating because they don't want to get married to each other because they're kind of preparing for failure in a way. That's the analysis. I don't know where they came up with that, but I heard this on the radio. It was stupid. But anyway, the bottom line is, what do you think? Do you think it's more of a emotional thing getting married, a financial thing getting married? Is it? What do you look at marriage as? Why is it?
No, I mean, don't take my opinion as.
No, okay, there you go. And make sure they can hear you, brother.
Don't take my opinion wrong, man. But I mean, I think a lot of women have it ingrained in them.
Have a what?
Have it ingrained in them to be married. I mean,
yes.
Look at it. I'm saying like
that you must get married.
Like cartoons and different stuff, they portray man to be something they really can't be.
Okay.
Like Cinderella and all that stuff. They sit there and look at this stuff and they think in their heads that I'm gonna get a man who's gonna do all this.
That could be true.
But it's far-fetched.
The knight in shining armor thing.
Well,
so I'm saying, so women get married and then the man unknowingly becomes husband, brother, daddy.
So that's what you mean by everything to a woman.
I'm saying whether he knows it or not, if you sit back and just dissect it, you be like, hold on, now I can't do that, and I can't be this, and I can't be, and you trying to say, hold on, let me see what she thinking. And sometimes, to me, that's what it comes down to. I mean, they want you to do this and be this, but you don't know they want you to be that.
That's a problem that you should dissolve and figure out before you get married.
That's that communication stuff again.
Yeah.
But see, I don't think my question would have been, we get married, am I gonna be your brother this time?
Right.
Your uncle this time? Your dad this time? You know what I mean?
What do you expect? That's gonna be my question to whoever wants to fill out the application.
Whoever want to
that.
tackle it.
Yes.
Hold on. What did he expect to be?
No. What do he what does he expect?
Yeah.
What does he expect?
What does she expect?
What can I expect of him? What do you look for out of me as your wife?
I'm gonna tag in with E in a minute. I'm gonna tag E in it.
Now tell me this. You say you how old?
I'm 38.
38.
Been married
At
before.
at 21, did you ever think you asked that kind of question though?
Oh, no.
Honestly, no.
No, not at
But
21.
No.
Nobody would.
Exactly.
I would have never thought to ask that question.
Exactly. And
What can I be?
what I think is that it's the way that we're conditioned depending on the family base that we have, that foundation.
Yeah.
You know, what kind of mother and father did we have? Were they married? How long were they married? What kind of
was they
relationship?
married?
Yeah, what kind of relationship they had when they were married? All of that conditioned
Yeah.
us for
I
our
agree with
own
that.
life. And
Yeah.
so those are things that I didn't know then and would have thought to ask, but I
Yeah.
will be looking for next time. I'm going to do my homework and my research and go back on the history. And if you don't know, that's a problem as well. If
Yeah.
you don't know what kind of relationship they had and where, you know, how it really was, it was hidden from us.
So,
That's stuff you want to find out.
so
Because you gotta
saying-
deal with it.
So you saying how they grew up and all this comes into play on
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
because
man,
you're
look.
a person, you're a product of your environment, and
Thank
however
you.
you grew up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and however you're conditioned,
You're a
watching,
sponge.
say, watching your family fight, watching your mother and father fight, or watching him wine and dine her, treat her a certain way. That's what you're gonna learn. Okay, so that's how I have to treat my woman. Okay, but the ones who don't know that, that's probably because they hadn't been taught. That's why I believe that when you're in a relationship, marriage, or whatever, you should always seek wise counsel. It's nothing wrong with talking to an older person who had a successful marriage and getting their opinion about something that you're
Yeah.
you're curious about.
Now I would agree with you now, but then I wouldn't have never.
True.
That
True.
would
And-
have
and-
never crossed my mind. I would have never thought. Hold on, should I ask this? Should I ask this? I didn't. All I
But it's
thought
not
was,
too late for people who done got married. You know
Yeah.
why? Because you still can have those conversations. To me, I think you can still have those conversations
Yeah.
and try to find out. Okay, so how did you know, how was your parents? How were their parents? You know, what did you watch? What did you experience as you was growing up? Okay, so that was pretty bad. If it was bad, and what are you gonna do to not be like them?
Already. But
What are your, you know?
But can you look objectively, you know what I'm saying, at what you saw growing up too? See, just like what Val said, I think that we're all like a sponge. You know, whatever we go through, we absorb what we see.
For sure.
We you know, our maturity develops from it, and we become who we experience over time, and we walk around with this sponge every
Yeah.
day. So and so you're kind of dealing with that sponge, and she's dealing with your sponge, and yeah, it's tough, especially if one of y'all has some serious unhandled issues.
True.
Gosh,
True. And then you have to be
very
careful for the
both-
same thing for
Yeah.
your kids, because your kids are watching you do the same thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if they
true,
see
yeah.
you treating the wife or treating the husband a certain way, how do you think they're gonna grow up? You're setting them up
True.
for failure for their marriage in
Right.
their future, because you are. I mean, you can say, "Oh, my child gonna have their own mind and they're gonna do what they want to do, or they're gonna be better than me." How can you say that? Because you are, unfortunately, a sponge.
Mhm.
They are sponges, and they're absorbing everything that they see.
Everything.
They're remembering it, and then they're forming themselves to be just like you,
That's
just
it.
like you. And
Just
so,
like that.
if you're not treating
Yeah.
that woman right or that man right, trust me, that little boy, that little girl's watching, and they're saying, "Well, my daddy didn't do that for my mama. Why should I do that for you? I didn't grow up seeing that.
Yeah.
Heard
My
that.
daddy used to slap my mama around, so yeah,
And of
you
course,
you
we
gonna take
teaching
the
them.
slapping. Yeah,
We teaching them what we learn.
So, and if it's a woman who's standing up letting a kid see them go through that, your daughter gonna go through the same thing. They're gonna go
That
through
ain't
the
even
same
good.
thing. You know,
Ain't
so
good. It's
we
like a
have to
pattern.
break the curse,
So I'm
because
saying,
we
what,
create
What
that.
can we do to break that pattern?
Try to change it. Be that one family, that one family that's gonna change that for the upcoming generation. You know, we need more people who trying to make a change in that, especially what we're introducing our kids to. You say that they don't need to be like certain people, but that's who you let babysit your kid.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
It
Man?
is something.
You want to talk about your sister coming, she a hoe, she got men running in our house, but then you go see your baby over there. Or that guy who's
It happen all
slinging
the time.
drugs, or he a gangbang or whatever he doing, and you letting your son hang out with him.
Oh, here's a question.
So,
Here's a question that may affect married people.
what's that?
At one time, people were single. I've been thinking about this question. At one time, they were single.
Okay.
Do you think that it's hazardous, both of you? Do you think that it's hazardous for a young person to be extremely promiscuous at a younger age and then get married?
do you think it's hazardous?
Do you think that it's hazardous in any way, or do you think it could be an advantage to them and their spouse that you were promiscuous at an earlier age? You had like 15,000 dudes. 150,000 girls.
Yeah, it's hazardous.
Yeah,
Hazardous.
it's hazardous. Hazardous.
Yes.
And tell me why. Why is it so hazardous? Why would that be hazardous?
Okay, so
Remember
I talked about this recently with some friends of mine.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. Now you know marriage is supposed to be up here now.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
It's supposed to start there.
Okay.
But if now everybody has a different background on what they believe in, as far as biblically speaking. But if to me, my background is just Christianity. If we start off like we're supposed to, as I say, like I was taught to, my daddy was a pastor, you are a virgin until you meet your husband.
Oh, that's a different
So
discussion.
if both people are, then they won't have half the issues to go through that they're going through now. That people go through now. You
agree with that?
You're not tarnished in the fact of I've been hurt. I don't trust nobody. That's me now. I'm tarnished.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So you won't have all those worries. You don't do me right. You don't do me right in the bedroom because you don't do this and don't do that. Well, how do you even know about that if you're a virgin?
Well, that's true.
So those are non-issues at that point.
Okay.
However, so
ignorance is bliss. Right?
Hey,
okay, ignorance is bliss. Okay,
in that topic, it is.
I guess my thing on that is how where we're raised at. You know what I'm saying? We're in the United States of America.
Yeah. Right.
And some of us come from different places, man. I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
So I see a whole lot of stuff. My thing is that stuff is there. Peer pressure, stuff like that.
True that.
I mean, we don't have any solid stuff like man taking boys over here and showing them different ways of doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no things you got to go through in order to get to being married. You know what I'm saying? So some people follow this same tradition we follow year after year of dating. Dating somebody online, finding somebody and finding them. You see them outside, you date them. I mean, so rites of passage and other stuff like that keep you from being promiscuous. You know what I'm saying? In that type of way. We don't have a rites of passage or anything like that. We just, as men, we going through the motions of.
What's up, you guys?
What the heck is this? What's going on?
I was gonna put my drone up and fly it around a little bit. Is that gonna bother you guys? What are you guys doing?
We're recording, but that.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
If you're recording, it's too loud.
Oh, it's gonna be loud.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, thanks for letting me know. What kind you got?
It's a DJI Phantom. You've probably seen them before. It's those white ones.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the Phantom 3 or 4.
It's the Phantom 4 Pro.
Oh, you got the new Pro.
Yes, sir.
How you like the sensor on it? It's pretty good.
Dude, it's amazing.
Yeah.
My dad has the Phantom 4, and I used to fly with that thing for the last like month or two.
Yeah.
And just a totally different picture with the Pro. It's
Outstanding.
way sharper.
So I'm gonna go for it.
Totally seamless. Just it's amazing.
Okay.
Good.
Cool. No problem, man. Just be careful. Be careful.
I will.
All right.
Hey, do you know much about these? So I've never taken it below the level that I've launched it from. You know, if I'm launching it from right here, is it going to confuse it if I take it down below?
Oh, that's okay.
No, you have to configure it first. So don't forget to do all that. The GPS will know exactly where you are. It'll be able to find out what's up. It can also tell you elevation from the GPS.
But you don't think if it goes below where it launched from, it's going to think it's like in the water or something silly like that?
No, we see people doing it all the time. Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully that guy up there doesn't try to get it. They get real curious. You'll see there'll be like a swarm in like about 5 minutes.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
All right. Cool.
I'll do it over here.
All right. Thanks. It's camera still rolling?
45%.